Okay, so I haven't made a video in like 4 or 5 months, and everything in my life is different. I think in the last video, I was still at a point where I was just, everything about my life was like focused on trying to take baby steps and trying to trying to expose myself, and exposures here and wherever I could, and just taking those baby steps. And now my life has really just been focused on trying to get back into reality, kind of like start living a normal life, like for finding new purposes in my life. So finding a job, transferring back to like campus rather than online. Like yoga is a bit, I was always into yoga, but I kind of stopped when my anxiety and everything got really crazy. And so I'm back into my yoga routine for a while. I do yoga like anywhere from 4 to 6 times a week. I recently joined a gym. I've really been trying to like just, and like even though it is exposure and it's still good because there's still anxiety, there's still anticipatory anxiety and stuff like that. I'm sorry about the light, by the way. I always look like a ghost. But yeah, even though like all of these things are in my life, like it's just been really important for me to start not living like I'm in recovery anymore, if that makes sense. Like just trying to live a normal life. And it's been amazing. It really has. Like so many things in my life everything's different. Not even so many, like everything in my life is different. I think in my other videos, like I really tried to act like I was really positive, and it's not that I wasn't positive, I just wasn't as positive as as a positive a person as I really am, and like I think that it was really hard for me to see things in a negative way, because I'm just very positive minded. I don't know how else to put that. And I think that it was really difficult for me to make these videos, and I wanted to make them positive and like try to help people, but I was struggling. I was frustrated, I was pissed, I was depressed, I was sad, I was just everything. I was exhausted. And I think after my last video, it was like right after my grandpa died or whatever it was, like I'm not exactly sure what month I made that video, but after that, I think at some point I just started getting really tired of taking my time and making excuses. And I know that something clicked in me one day, and I just started running with my anxiety, with my recovery, and I started doing things every day as opposed to once or twice a week, and just making excuses and letting the fear take over and letting the fear ultimately win. And I started doing things every day. I started going shopping, like I would go shopping by myself and just go try on clothes even if I didn't buy anything, or just go walk around places by myself. I would go grocery shopping, like at the market or whatever, like just wherever I needed to go. I started I don't know if at that point, I think I was talking about how I was going to start a support group. I don't know if I actually had joined it at that point, but or maybe I signed up, or I don't know, whatever. But I've been in an OCD support group since then, so for a while, and it's been amazing. It's changed, it's helped everything. I don't know, I guess the biggest thing was being able to like talk to people in real life. Not that people on the internet don't help, because of course they do, but it's and finding support blogs and stuff like that, it's helped a lot. But like it was a lot different to sit in front of somebody and be like, oh yeah, you live right down the street and you have OCD and you know you have these same fears and you actually understand me. And that was just a very different kind of support. And you know, and even though like my psychologist, she was a specialist and she knew what I was talking about and whatever, she knew as much as she's gonna know. You know, she could relate as much as she can without actually having it. So it was really different for a group of people to be sitting in the room and to be talking about something and not feel like it's hard to explain it, or you know, you just say like, oh, you know, I had this fear and it sucks, and you could just leave it at that, and everybody just understands what you're saying more than anybody else. So that's just a very different support. So I've said it before, but I think I would definitely recommend anybody who has access to a support group to join one for whatever disorder you might have, because it's incredible. But yeah, so I guess now I've been I've been looking for jobs. I don't know. I've just been trying to get back into living normally, and I'm still trying to like have fun and do things. I went to Disneyland this weekend. I'm trying to do everything and still start doing like the social. So it's not that I had social anxiety, but it was only because I was so nervous that I was going to panic. I personally never had it to a point where, I didn't like socializing, or, you know what I mean? Like, I did because I was nervous, but it was never like, I didn't want to go out. You know what I mean? It was always just like something, I was just afraid I was going to panic and go crazy. And so I had that social anxiety because I was very unsure of myself, and I was very, lost and confused about who I was. You know what I mean? I completely lost myself through that whole process, that whole entire experience. So, and I guess that would be the biggest thing is being able to I found myself again, and I guess I believe that you're always finding yourself, but I kind of got a hold of myself again, and that's been, it's priceless. I don't know. It's kind of overwhelming to like try to make this video and try to explain everything, because it's been 5 months of nothing but exposures and progress and fixing my life, I guess. I've been looking for a job, like I said, but it's like in the mental health field. So I've been applying at hospitals, I've been applying at clinics. I actually found this place in San Diego it's called like the Center for Understanding and Treating Anxiety, but it's like an hour and a half from my house. But I talked to the recruiter that works there, and like they hire students for like their research team, and I'm trying to make it a goal in the next year or 2 years or whatever, because I still have like 3.5 years for my 3 years, maybe less, before I get to my before I have to worry about my doctorate. But it would be an amazing opportunity, and I've been thinking about making that a goal of mine, to try to live closer and try to work there, because I'm not gonna drive an hour and a half. But yeah, I don't know. I went whale watching. I know it's like random. I did it like 2 months ago, but it was a big deal for me because obviously when you're out on a boat, far from shore, you don't have an exit. It was like a little, I don't know, like a tour or whatever it is. Like there was a bunch of people. So, it's not like it wasn't like I could just be like, oh, hey friend, take me back to the shore. It was, I was really nervous before we got there, but I wasn't nervous like once I was on the boat, which was weird. But yeah, I don't really know what else to say, because I feel like I kind of covered it, but I'm not really sure. I've been getting a lot of questions though about yoga, and I think that I would definitely suggest anybody mental health or issues or none, that you get into it, or that you like at least kind of look into it. But especially for anxiety and depression and things like that, it's phenomenal. It really is. Like, it's helped me so much. Not only like it's great for like physical, but it's for me, it's all about the mental. It's really about positive thinking and being like learning to breathe, which obviously when you're have anxiety and depression and stuff, like OCD, just everything, like taking a deep breath can definitely help. So it definitely makes a difference. So yeah, I obviously, if you have like really bad anxiety issues, like I'm not gonna say go take a class, but at least look up YouTube videos or do something, like, because it does help and you can learn a lot. I think I'm gonna do a video though on dealing with bipolar disorder. I'm not bipolar, but my boyfriend was just diagnosed, and it's been kind of it's been crazy. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It's been crazy, and I'm really interested to see what I can learn from you guys about it, because I'm kind of on the outside, where all I can do is just read a textbook and look it up online and try to learn about it. So yeah, I'm probably actually gonna look up some videos right now that I think of it. But yeah, I might do that for anybody who cares. I don't know. But yeah, so I hope everybody's doing well, and if you have more questions or whatever, you can talk to me through Tumblr or through here. Yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. Bye.